Hello everyone, this is Abhishek. Today I'm going to just explain you what exactly the send event command is and why do we use it in along with the Autosys environment, and what all actions we can perform through send event command on the Autosys job. So I'm just going to give you the brief idea about what exactly the send event command is. The send event command basically used to just instruct the Autosys, like what action um, Autosys needs to do on the Autosys job based on the action which we will be passing through the send event command. So just to give you the uh, brief idea how exactly it works, you can see this command which I am just highlighting right now. Right, this command marked with the yellow color, send event -e force start job -j and the autosys underscore filebot underscore test. So send event, this is the command through which your autosys environment comes to know that the some kind of event is going to be given to the autosys, and this is the action, or you can say this is the event which decides what action autosys needs to take, and this is the job information on which job this action needs to be taken. Right, so for taking just this example to just give you the more idea about this, force underscore start, as name indicates, right, forcefully you are starting the job, and which job it is starting on the autosys underscore filebot underscore test. So what you need to do is you need to just go to your terminal, Unix terminal, right? So within this test, what you need to do is you need to just type the command which I have mentioned in the document. Right, I want to start the job forcefully. Right, and on which job you have to use the -j, and you have to provide the job name on which you want to perform this operation. Right, so press enter. Oh, so it means, it shows intentionally I have just created, this error message, this and even is not recognized. Why it is not recognized? You would have seen my some other videos which is related to the Autosys job. This time it shows that we haven't load the module related to the Autosys, so you have to just load the module. For me, it is third Autosys in the instance. There. So this I need to load it. Right, same you have to do it based on your environment. You have to ask your client what module you have to load it. So as I was just explaining, now this is just an example where you are just forcefully starting your job. Right, so once you just trigger this event, right, you will not get any kind of the confirmation on the Unix terminal. What you have to do, you have to either go to the tool through which you are monitoring or scheduling your job. In my case, I am using the batch mode, which is the tool provided by my client. But now if you don't have any tool, then how you will get to know what is the status of that job after just firing this command, this send event command, right? So you can use the autorep command, which is a command line which you can type on a command line and you can just get the status. Right, so for just getting more information about the autorep, how does it work on the along with the Unix job and along with the Autosys environment, you can just see my video which is related to the autorep detail. Right, so once you fire this command, you can see this autorep -j followed by the job name, then the -d. You will get to know through that video that -d is just for getting the detailed report. Right, so here you can see this is the output of that command, autorep command. Right, it will show you at what time it is started, at what time and what period of time it was just running, and what is the final status of that. So that is first it start. I mean, I didn't just mention the timestamp because it won't be it I was not able to to just put the entire information over here, but you will get the timestamp as well, at what time it start, from from when till what time it was running, and what was the time of just completion of that particular job, right? So these are some other examples of this send event command, right? You can see kill job, right? Through this you can kill the job. Likewise, you can see the delete job, job on hold, job off hold, job on ice, job off ice, change status. This is very critical. I mean, when you will be working, I mean, in the real time of the client environment. So these are basically or frequently used when you have some dependent jobs, which normally happens in the client environment at that point of time. So if there is some downstream jobs which are dependent on which are having some dependent jobs, so there, I mean, if maybe the the upstream job is having some kind of problem, and your downstream job depends upon the status of the the upstream job, at that point of time you use this command very frequently, right? So these are some basic send events options. Now I'm just going to explain the major events which you provide along with the send event. So I believe, I mean, now you would have known, I mean, what exactly this send command syntax is. So in send event command, you have to use the hyphen e, which indicates event, or in other terms you can say it's action. It defines the action for the autosys, followed by the hyphen j, which shows on which job you have to perform that particular action, right? So change status, as I explained you earlier, it is very handy, it is very useful when you have some dependent jobs. Delete job, as name indicates, you can delete the job. Job on hold, there are some scenario in the real-time environment where when you have to put your job on a hold, right? Job off hold, when you have to just remove the hold for the job on which where, I mean, you have the earlier the job was on a hold and you want to just release that particular job. Job on ice, uh, you use this command in place of on hold when you have to put your job on a hold for a longer time, right, without doing any action on it. And job of ice, again, I mean, to just release the eyes of on any particular job. Kill job, I already explained, to just kill the job. External dependency, where you want to include the external dependency of any of the job apart from the GIL definition. Set global, and this is just for setting the global variables. Now, as I mentioned, the change status has the very significant importance when it comes to the autosys job. So I'm just going to explain you the syntax of the send event change status command. Along with the event and the job name, you have to include the another indicator hyphen s. Along with these are the probable status which you can utilize based on the requirement, right? So these are some running, starting, terminated. Based on the requirement, you can use this along with the hyphen e and along with the hyphen j. So these are some the running example which you can utilize, right? The last but not least, set global variables. Usually you don't use it, but it may happen you have to use it, right? So as name suggests, you will be using this command when you have to set any of the parameter globally. Normally you use the profile file to do so, but if in runtime, in case you will be needing this command, this is the syntax which you can use it. So that's it from my side for this video. If you need any more explanation on these commands and you want to get some real-time scenario for that, you just put your comment in the comment section, or you can just mail me on my mail ID, which is I am highlighting right now. Just drop me an email or just put a comment and I will be responding on that as soon as I just get the time to respond on that. Thank you for watching this video, and just wait for some other videos to make you more acquainted with the real-time scenarios. Thank you everybody.